Hello everyone, my name is Tana. Today we're going to be transporting our blocks to our build site so we could build our dream homestead. Join us today on this exciting journey with a fun twist at the end. So I get asked a lot, why do we want to build a homestead? And we had a beautiful house. It was a large, beautiful house. It was new when we bought it. It was gorgeous. It had everything that we needed at the time. But honestly, we had an ugly mortgage. I didn't want that. I had a beautiful house, but I had an ugly mortgage. I wanted to learn how to live off the land more and become self-sufficient. I wanted to grow more food than our family could eat, and that way then I can share the rest of it with other people. I wanted a space that's lovely and peaceful, and I wanted it to be inviting so we can have people over and make them feel loved and special while they're with us. I also wanted a large enough piece of land where I can have chickens and gardens and an outdoor cooking area and some privacy. We started off actually wanting to build out here at this property. It's about an hour away from the property that we're going to actually build in. And although it was absolutely amazing living out here, the beauty is all around in every detail. You could just walk around all day and just see more and more, beautiful plants and animals, different kinds of bugs. There's ladybugs out here that come every spring. There's butterflies all summer long, and it's just gorgeous. So we were spending about the same amount as our mortgage just in gas for my husband to go to work. And so, we decided it wasn't very practical for us to stay out here and to build out here. We'll probably end up building out here after we're retired, after our children are grown, things like that. I still love it out here. I grew up out here with my family. We used to come out every weekend and just cook and work and explore and all of it. And it's just, I have a lot of memories up here and a lot of special times with my family, and I wanted to have that same experience with my family. And so we ended up buying a piece of property back in town. It's not as much privacy as out here. There's a couple hundred acres out here, but it has enough for me and to just kind of have that feeling of privacy and space between houses and things like that. So we've been working on our plans to meet the city's guidelines the last year and a half or so. We purchased most of our building supplies right before COVID hit. We've been storing most of them in storage units. The blocks and wood, though, have been stored up here. The wood that's on top of the blocks is just for forms for the cement footings. I realized that it hasn't been covered and things like that. We had a hard winter last winter, and so even the tarp and everything that we had covered blew off, and it kind of got a little disastrous. There was a lot of trees that fell. There was probably about, I want to say 3 feet or 4 feet of snow. There was quite a bit of snow up here, and it snowed multiple times. So each one of these blocks is 38 pounds, and that's dry. Some of these blocks are still kind of wet on the inside of the pallets, and so they're a little bit heavier, but there's 90 blocks, and we have a total of 16 pallets worth of blocks here. We still might have to buy a few more pallets. It just kind of depends on how our footings work out on our property, how many extra layers that we might have to build it in order for it to be all level, because our property slightly slopes. And for our homestead, we decided to go with a concrete block house, and it has a metal roof as well. We live in Northern California, where wildfires have been a little extreme the last 10 or so years. Plus, since this is our first house build, we kind of wanted something that's kind of basic and easy to build, kind of like Lego style. And so that's what got us excited about building a concrete block house. Was it just seemed like it would be easier. And we also designed our house in a rectangle, so there's no crazy edges or anything like that, or curves or anything weird. It has to be able to work for us. I love this verse from the Bible. It's the CSB version of Matthew 7:24. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain fell, the rivers rose, and the winds blew and pounded that house. Yet it didn't collapse, because its foundation was on the rock. I remember our old house was well built, and during the crazy storms, I knew it had a solid foundation and strong walls. I felt so safe and just well protected from the storms that were outside. For me, I love to stand on the firm foundation of my faith, especially having to rely on Him to help us build our home. We're trying to stay debt-free doing it, and it can be scary at times, not knowing how it will all come together. But I know that He's never let me down before, and that gives me a lot of hope. And so as my husband and I are stacking these blocks, it's just making my heart so happy, knowing that this is all coming together. This is all about to begin. We're very close to getting our permits, and I'm just so hopeful that we'll be able to lay our foundation in this winter and before the storms start hitting here. And I just keep thinking, block by block by block by block, we're going to build this house, and it's going to be strong, it's going to be safe, it's going to be something where our children will have a home long after we're gone. Grandchildren will be able to run around there. And my goal is to make it beautiful and safe and fun for our whole family to enjoy. Today, my husband and I, we were working hard, stacking all these blocks, and it's hard. This was our first run up there, and currently we have about 3 pallets worth of blocks at our build site. And this first pallet though, your muscles are like, we haven't done this in 2 years. What are you doing to me? And my body was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But after the first probably 6 or 7 blocks, I was like, okay, I can do this. My muscle memory is very good. I can work these muscles. I just know where my strength comes from, and I know that I can pull from it at any time. Plus, I never mind what my husband and I are doing. It could be the crappiest thing in the world. As long as he's there, I'm cool. I'm like, okay, we got this, babe. We could do it. And, and we just try to encourage each other and try to just keep pushing each other to keep going and don't give up and all the things. And it's so nice too, because we balance each other so well. So when I'm pooped or frustrated or anything like that, then he's like, it's okay, babe, we can do this, let's go, and then the opposite happens, when he's feeling like that, then I'm his cheerleader, and I just love how that works out. But man, were we pooped by the end of this run. And then we had to go back. We had to go back to the build site and unstack all of these and restack them up on a pallet. And so it's quite the workout, but man, my body feels so good when I'm using it. And so on the way back, we actually had a tire pop on our trailer, and it couldn't have been a more beautiful spot for a tire to pop. It actually blew right across as we were crossing a bridge over the lake, and we made it past the bridge. We knew there was a turnout right ahead. We made it past the bridge, and there's this beautiful, not only is there a big turnout for the truck and trailer to, kind of stay on the side of the road, but also, it was beautiful. We had a great view. There's a beautiful grassy knoll, and we just sat up there and got to see the lake. And I feel like sometimes the Lord just gives us times of rest. Well, we've been going for a while now, and it was just nice to just sit and breathe and lay in the grass. We were laying in the grass. It was so nice, and it took about an hour and 20 minutes or something like that for the tow truck to come and help us to get another tire. But man, it was gorgeous. It was like having a little date with my husband, and I just loved it, every minute of it. And I just hope that when bumps in your road happen, I just hope that you just take the time to look around. There's something beautiful around you. You know, just look around. Look at the little tiny details of things, and you're gonna see so many beautiful things, and it's gonna encourage you to keep going. Okay guys, I think we've made some significant progress today, and I'm excited to share the rest of this process with you guys as we go along building our dream homestead. I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends who also might be interested in building a homestead. And remember, every block that we're laying and every plant that we sow, we're doing it alongside with you. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.